G'day and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Last time we completed a sort of initiation mission for Kindly Cheng. We delivered a message to someone for her. It definitely was a thing we needed to do. And in return she burnt our sin for us. And she's going to let us sleep, and then she's basically going to point out that she owns us, because if we don't do work for her, what are we going to do? How are we going to make progress on anything? But what I'm going to do before I sleep is go and look around this area, which is our hub. This tall, lanky Hong Konger regards you with a sickly smile. He holds a smoking cigarillo limply in his fingers, and is surrounded by drones. Smooth jazz plays on tinny speakers. Hi, I'm Ranneko. No deals for outsiders. Move along, beautiful, move it along. He turns away. Well, that sucks. I guess we do have to sleep first. Let's just have a quick check. We'll talk to Maximum Law and see if anyone will deal with this until we've had a night's sleep. I'd like to take a look at your tech. Shops closed, get lost. Yep, alright, fine. I get the hint. Go to bed, and then we can do this. Fine. You two can bunk here for a while. You each got ahead to take care of your necessities. Try to knock it before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously. I know the drill. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with the Aslan family and that dog. I remember it being... You hated that dog. You kept digging my food out of the stash. No matter where I hid it, he'd find it and scarf down a week's worth of grub. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. Still, I was sad about what happened to him and the family. No one should go out that way. He stretches and his spine pops like a handful of crackers. I think I've been up something like 36 hours straight. And this has been one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. Anything you need before I leave you to it? Just Isabel with you? Yeah, now that Nightjar and Gutshot are gone, it's just us. Squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy down renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about. He mostly keeps to himself. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. How'd you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. You found it empty? Someone abandoned this prime piece of real estate like this? Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They're completely wigged out on some multiplayer cyber game. I'm not sure they ever chipped out of it. They're completely emaciated, steering impulses their own shit. Their eyes are sunk into their skulls. Pretty gruesome stuff. They racked a killer score, though. True, they had the moves. They should have hung IV while they were playing, though. Turns out nutrition is important. So did they die? Nightjar ran him out. Not sure what happened to him after that. Anyway, it's ours now. Auntie Cheng says so. Open the engine room, you mean? Alright. Everything but that. Auntie rendered it out from under us. Must have pissed you off. Whatever, we weren't using it. As long as our neighbour downstairs keeps himself, we can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Auntie Cheng happy. Alright, I think I'll have a look around. Alright, get some sleep soon, though. You could use it. We'll go see Kindly in the morning, figure out the next move. Alrighty, so. What? We can at least have a look at our sweet new digs, right? So there's the machine that we can't use yet. Fine. Here's our stash, so we can dump stuff here. We don't really have enough items to worry about that, but that's where we put it. What's through here? This is where Duncan sleeps, and we can chat with him. And he's like, look, just let me go to bed. Sure. Here is Isabel's setup. Here's Gobbert's setup. I realize they both said to knock, but you can't. And so I guess Nightjar and what's-his-face were both bunking in here, and we just have their rooms. How do we go downstairs? We don't yet. Alright, well, we will nap then. Because the game is basically saying, no, go the fuck to sleep. The cot in your cabin is neatly made. with crisp-looking sheets and insulated plastic blanket. A fine layer of dust coats its surface. It's been a long time since anybody slept here. So, where did the other two sleep? Come on. Ah, whatever. You climb into the cot and worm your way into the sheets. They've been starched stiff as boards, but you've slept beneath worse. The lice and bedbugs that plagued your own old prison cell are mercifully absent here, and the salt air is fresher than the rancid stink of the Redmond Barrens. The moment your head hits a pillow, exhaustion sets in. You can barely keep your eyes open. Sleep washes over you like a warm bath, and everything goes black. Well, that's delightful. Well, I don't think we slept that well. The dream is suffocating, the shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Ryan! Come on, wake up, Ryan! We've got to talk to Kindly. The others have already left. That was one rough night. We've got to go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You're thrashing around in your sleep. Glad you did. I was having a hell of a nightmare. Yeah, I didn't sleep too well either. I had a bad dream. What about? Never remember my dreams all that well. Probably motion sickness. Not used to sleeping on a boat. Woke up a little while ago and hit the head. And came back and woke you. You doing okay? I'll survive. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. What makes you say that? Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was. In the surveillance footage, we never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but contained. Focused. Raymond's alive, Ryan. I know it. You make a good case, Officer Wu. Should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? God, I feel like I'm 12 years old, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore, and I can't go to sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. What else is going to be taken from me? Still have that piercing you got in Tacoma? Had to drop that. Hygiene issues. Wu struggles to smile. He fails. What the hell did we fall into here? I mean, what's coming next? Isn't it obvious, looking around? We're sinless, living in the shadows, dealing with criminals. You're thinking of becoming a Shadowrunner. He says it without judgment, just a statement of fact. What do you think? I think we already are Shadowrunners. I think this whole thing's been a blur. Haven't been able to really stop and think for a second. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a cop. And that was then, this is now. That's right. Just like Ray always said. Shut up, don't let Ryan do the talking. I don't remember saying, Raymond saying that. He said it under his breath, a lot. Don't mess with me, man. You know I got anger management issues. He checks his watch. Gobert and Isabel left a while ago. We should get going. See what that triad lady has to say. Okay. I wanted to, get equipped, chat with people, but apparently, no, you really have to go and talk to Kindly Chang all the time. Alrighty. This is great. What's she doing? Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of Mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Chang. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her, the loud rustling of plastic tarp cracking under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear, and a acetylene torch lies on the table at Kindly Chang's right hand. Kindly Chang ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Like a baby, Auntie. I'm still in the afterglow of our tour of the walled city. Afterglow? Really? Well, then you should be delighted to say hello to your old friend Strangler Bao. He's here because of you. How very pleasant to see you again, Mr. Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. Well, now that the niceties are over, let's get to the nasties. Shitbird here is a plain-clothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him on the outside of the trolley you were sleeping on. They saw that your rest was undisturbed, and your location remained a mystery. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Nodded Strangler Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. Now, Shitbird, tell my friends what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. I just got the orders last night. He pushes his head towards you and Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Someone high up wants his tube dead. The whole department's on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The old woman lifts her shoe, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. All the way up. Oh, all the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Cheng spits on him with a spear. Fuck your ancestors, the ancient generation. Give me the truth. It's the truth. The cop wears a spittle. He never lifts his head. It's true. I swear. Whoever was labelled him as terrorists would terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Cheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points up high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzz-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the Executive Council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Yeah. Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? Proprietary, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. People feel safer when their murders feel like part of civilization. My, but you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by corporate board of governments. They're basically legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots, neat and efficient. For the wage slaves and civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. But not for us. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hayway, Shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows here. I swear it. Mr. Bao? He's telling the truth. No echoing calls on his PDA. Very good, thank you, Bao. Thank you for your honesty, Shitbird. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a pistol, fires it once in the policeman's head, replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Looks like the triads can be just as efficient. Yes, my darling. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city, something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one, click, clack. Now they want you dead for it too, click. This plastic place fan may show up on your door one day too. I have She knocks a pile over, it clatters to the floor loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here, players unaffiliated with triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory businesses about town. You've proven yourself resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. That can be a positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners, huh? What a surprise. Yeah, you called it, Ryan. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary operations, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black, where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. You're putting a lot of effort to help a pair of foreigners. Not foreigners, my sweet, valued business associates. I need to learn who killed one of my clients, then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted or I stand to lose everything. We need to find out how the arrangement work. I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of million very quickly. It's all very civilized. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourself into. Without my help, you would last a day out there. You're completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Cheng will be your partner. Just like you said, Ryan, Shadowrunners. I'm glad I had some time to think about it, process. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. Decision's made. I'm in. What about you? Yep. I'm into, let's see. I'm into. Didn't have anything back home anyway. Yeah, you might want to ask yourself why someday. Okay, I'm in, but this is a temporary situation for me. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Cheng keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Then it's done. Highway is now open to you. First order of business, Ranneko here has already chosen a street name, but Duncan Wu doesn't exist anymore. You'll need one too. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. Gobbet rubs her cheek against her rat, a glint in her eye. I think we've already got you covered, Gancho. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Gobbet, Isabel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. I got it. Why him? It's a simple process of elimination. Isabel is in the leader type. You got that right. As for Gobbet, let's say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And then there's Gunshow. Jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst. Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Ryan. Ryan Nguyen doesn't exist anymore. Call me Ranneko. It's gonna be weird calling you Ranneko again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. I guess this is our new crew. Welcome to the Shadows, Ranneko. Alrighty. Sweet. So, now we can actually explore the town, which is what I've been trying to do for ages, and get things. Also, we can develop our crew. Where did it talk about doing that? I'm sure it'll come up. There. That's right. So, we can basically go for spirit control, not bad, or better guns. You know what? I'm gonna go, like, spirits are way more situational, but let's do spirits. They're more interesting. And this also boosts her somewhat. Yep. Duncan. Crowd control gives us 2 AP damage and lets us... Yep, that sounds... I think I'm going to go with underslung beanbag. Yep. Okay. So, augment the weapon. And that's it, right? Yep, good. Alright, so they've all leveled, which is nice. And we can now go and buy ourselves a second drone from Reliable Matthew. Hey, buddy. Smooth jazz, yep. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our floating heaven. You got a discerning look to you. What brings you to Reliable Matthew's Robot Bazaar? He taps Ash out over a bulky cleaning drone beside him. Not waiting for an answer, he continues. Perhaps you're looking for a hexacopter as a guide to Hong Kong, or a little handheld tarantula beauty to brew your tea. You're reliable. Are you calling me beautiful? You know what beautiful. I hope I don't offend. I just can't help it. To me, everybody's beautiful, baby. Right back at you, beautiful. Oh, a man after my own heart. You're reliable Matthew? That's right, reliable Matthew, Shun, at your service. He extends a hand to shake. The odors of peach scent and moisturizer and stale tobacco smoke wash over you. How about it? Pleasure to meet you. Reliable Matthew. Always, always. Welcome to our little patch of peace on the river. I think you'll really love Hawaii. It's just a fantastic place. Now that we're acquainted, maybe I can brighten up your day a bit. What's on your robot list, friend? I'm interested in your combat models. Reliable Matthew looks over his shoulder at the security drone, some heavily cannibalized, in the corner of the yard. He turns back to you with a nervous smile. Funny you should mention that. I've just gotten a Doberman. I'm selling at an incredible bargain price. Shall we take a look? Incredible bargains, huh? They all fall off the back of a truck? Are you implying they're stolen? If so, you are mistaken. He smiles indulgently, as if you've just said something in an alien language. This merchandise is provided only by trusted suppliers, who certify the authenticity and workability of their goods. I don't furnish manufacturer's certificates, but all the providers are really top-shelf guys. Really beautiful people. Otherwise, I wouldn't carry their drones. What are the... do the suppliers certify the untraceability of their goods? Absolutely. He proudly taps the Az Technology logo and places it on a housework model beside him. The majority of them are genuine knockoffs. Any IDs are stripped, but most were never registered in the first place. And where do these trusted suppliers get them? Where do Fan's prawns and soy chips come from, or Lucy's lovely textiles, or the electricity from the lights? Where do we get this glorious bluebird sky? Matthew takes a big breath, staring rapturously into the grey clouds. He looks back down at you. His expression goes flat. He shrugs limply. He speaks in monotone for a moment. They're smugglers and fencers. I don't know where they get their drones. Can I be a supplier if I have a spare drone? Well, it's a very exclusive process. You need to be a member of the community in good standing, have good references, and pass a background check. He smiles widely. His eyes seem to twitch over you nervously. Or, if all you have is a drone, I can work with you. Let's see the models you have. Okay, so we got ourselves quite a number of drones here. We could get ourselves a med drone. So we got a Doberman Mark II. Alright, basically what we want to do is we want to get the best drone we can with the amount of money we've got available. Which basically says to me one of these. What do we got? We got a Lone Star hover drone with a semi-automatic turret, or a shotgun drone, or a sniper drone. I'm thinking a semi-automatic turret. And this is going to take most of our cash though. So, we would also want to sell what we can. We'll sell the Taco. And let's just get the Mark II drone with this. We'll grab that, and that is all our cash. Absolutely all our cash. Great. Goodbye, Matthew. Alrighty. So the next step is to duck back and go to that mission computer on the hopes that it will give us some more cash. And then we will go back and we will chat with everyone. Everybody. Because that's the key. And now we can go down and chat with Rakda. So, your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. Alright. Access the Shadowlands BBS. Search the BBS for postpaid orders for sale. Post the exotic animal dealer contacts. Okay, so that will give us money later. Search the BBS for relevant keywords. Misconnections. You rappelling down the side of an unnamed luxury hotel in a ball gown on Monday night. Me admiring the view from the 28th floor urinals during a private soiree for an unnamed corporation I was infiltrating. Our eyes met briefly before you dropped out of sight. Your long dark hair had come loose from your chignon, framing your beautiful flush face. I will never forget it. You were carrying a duffel bag bulging with a stolen prototype weapon. Well, I filched the intel that goes with it. Can we connect? Very funny, Blackjack. I'm sorry the job went sideways. I got trapped and had only one way out. We're supposed to have each other's back. Just wait till you hear the way out I had to take. Gotta lay low now for a while. Where are we posting about this on the public message board? Okay. Terrorists in Hong Kong. Been hearing some buzz about some mainland terrorists that showed up in Victoria Harbour and had to shoot out with the HKPF the other day. You don't hear anything on that? Ming Pao said there were 4 of them that got away. 1 dwarf, 2 orcs, and a dwarf. Probably would have been better to say 2 dwarves, 2 orcs, but yeah, whatever. A troll, an elf, and a human were all killed on the scene. Word is they're members of the White Star out of Hainan, coming here to start trouble against the Executive Council. Looks like there's a 50,000 yuan reward for any information leading to their capture. The HKPF seem pretty nervous about letting these bastards walk around on the streets. You think they actually pay out to someone like us? Not a chance. You walk in there to claim the reward and you're getting thrown in a hole with them. HKPF don't keep promises to sinless. Good enough to try. Why'd you have to be such a downer? Because I know the police. They're all dirty. They're only in it to protect their paychecks. They don't give a damn about anyone else. Believe me, I'm just looking out for your best interests. Like you and your triad looked out for my brother. You know he's still paying for his reconstructive surgery, you bastard. If a man wants to keep his teeth, he should pay what he owes rather than pull a gun on me. Simple as that. Walled City. Got a courier job next week that's meant to take me to Walled City. I'm from Kuala Lumpur. Never been to Hong Kong, but I hear that place is dangerous as hell. Anything I should know? Oh, you got nothing to worry about. It's just low-cost housing development full of hard-working people. Here, take a look at this news report. This is Sonny Chung for the Horizon News. Today's sunny side up, Kowloon Walled City, a blight on the free enterprise zone or low-cost housing for the economically disadvantaged. We'll introduce you to some of the hard-working residents, how they live, and how they contribute to the growth and prosperity of our city. A montage sequence begins, showcasing the destitute poor of the Walled City going about their daily lives. The shots have been carefully chosen, showing only smiling and productive residents, a stark contrast to your own experience inside. Many residents of Hong Kong regard the Walled City as a place of no return. To outsiders, it's the last stop on a long road to homelessness. Rumours abound of feral ghouls, unsafe living conditions, and triad extortion. Yet when we went there, the reality was far different. What we saw will shock you. Citizens of Hong Kong working and living just like the rest of us. Their apartments are smaller, their shops are more modest, but the people who live there wouldn't be out of place anywhere in the FEZ. Citizens like shoemaker Chow Sung Tsui. Scene cuts to an elderly man in a closet-sized store with shoemaking equipment. He smiles broadly at the camera. Oh, I love it here. We have a community, you know. We're like family. We don't have as nice a view as they do in Repulse B, but can't imagine living anywhere else. It's not paradise, no, but it's my home. I grew up here. How could I possibly leave? Contrary to popular opinion, the Walled City serves a vital function. The poor and downtrodden find a home in the Walled City, a community where they have a voice, can work, and even prosper. Far from the eyesore that the video suddenly stutters, freezes, and ends. Okay, I've decided to cut the rest of the crap. She keeps going on about what a good place the Walled City is and how we all need it. Don't buy any of it. It may not be hell, but you can see it from there. Freedom's cowboy is just trying to get you in trouble. So how do you know the real story? Because I grew up there? You know what it's really like? It's eating broth made from rat bones because there's nothing else. It's watching your neighbors sell their 5-year-old son to organ leggers so they don't starve to death. Wow, Isabel. Oof. When you die in the Walled City, your neighbors cheer because they'll get the clothes off your back. I wouldn't wish the Walled City on my worst enemy. Then Poetry Slam. Let's have a Poetry Slam. What? This? Yeah. Okay. And synth muscle, smart links, neural boosters, cyber limbs all fall to grenades. Nice. When the long shadows fall on Hong Kong, neon lights pierce the coming night. Tread with me in the velvet blackness, let no lamp shine on our deeds. That was entitled Our Hour. I like Tennyson. Nice. Might have been the most pompous thing I ever heard. Try this one on for size. Lasers are red, shadows are black. With man on the street, you best watch your back. Now you're mad. My poem wasn't pompous, you uncultivated rube. It was a homage to Wang Wei, the famous Tang Dynasty master of Jeju poetry. It's traditional, unlike the ridiculous limerick you posted. Now, I don't think you'd have to take the word slam quite so seriously. Hey, you guys know the rules. Poetry slams have been out of bounds on the BBS since the Laughing Man debacle of 55. If you want to sling your fancy words, do it on a different forum. I'm shutting this down. Told you. Nice. Okay. So now we'll check inbox for new messages. 600 messages. Welcome to Haoi. Okay, welcome here. already lined up 3 jobs. Check your messages often. Mission computer. Yep, we got stuff. It's checking things automatically. You can check the BPS. Any resources. Here are the suppliers. 5 phases. Weapons from Club 88. Magic from 5 phases. Adept info from Adept stuff from Spider Shen. Chrome Alley for cyberware. And Techno Palace for decking. And Matthew's reliable robots for the others. Yep. So we got serial killer. We need to try and deal with the Wampoans. Okay. Yeah, I do want to do that soon, but not super soon. Because I do want to have a little bit more stuff before I do that. Wampoans are delicate here by the name of Maximum Law. Speak with them if you want to know about them. We'll do that. We'll take the run. Back to root. Open jobs directory. View all pending jobs. Back to root. Oh, well, I guess I will have to do it now. I didn't want to do that right away, but I thought I could accept multiple jobs. Well, that's less than ideal. Alright, next time round, we're going to talk to the rest of the vendors, we're going to talk to Rakta, and then we're going to rack off. Until then, have a great day. Bye.